Pistons are considering, Ivey is about ready to come back. And, JB Bickerstaff said they won't rush him to come back. And right now, could they really use him? I mean, you can use him, but when you're dealing with, his injury, a lot of people thought it was worse than what it was. Same like Aiden Hutchinson. We thought it was like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't as bad. Like I said, I don't think it was anything malicious by hoe-ass Cole Anthony. I don't think it was malicious. I think it was a bang-bang play. But, bringing them back, does that mess up the camaraderie? That's always the question. Bringing them back, does that mess up the camaraderie of the team? And obviously you won't put them in the starting lineup. In the playoffs, you short your rotation anyway. So, you bring in Schroeder to be the ball handler. The way he was shooting the ball, you can always use a shooter. But at this point, I probably just shut him down. And I know for morale reasons, maybe you bring him back to raise the team's morale. I definitely understand that aspect of it. You probably bring him back to raise, the team's morale. So I have no issue with that in a small role, but in the playoffs, you usually, shorten that rotation. Yeah, usually shorten it. So, if you play 12 or 10, you probably shorten it to 8. So I don't know what they're going to go. Beasley going to be off the bench. Stu going to be off the bench. So the Pistons may not change much in the playoffs. They may go with the usually Stu, Beasley, Schroeder, Hollins. You know what I'm saying? And that might be how they rock it. But, honestly, if they were to trade him, the whole thing about it would be, for the most part, you showcase him in the playoffs. Look, he willing, able, he good. They still gonna want to probably do physicals, obviously, but I really want to know the vision they got for him. Because every time him and Cade started, fill each other out and started to feel and get a rhythm, something bad happened. So, but the way he shot the ball, you always use shooting. His speed, we'll see where his speed and stuff is at, coming back. But, if you see him in your future, you really don't want to rush him. It's not a critical playoff run. The Pistons playing with no worries. They just out there getting experience, trying to get the first playoff win in, some decades. And, so if you really want him to part of your roster, you're probably just saying, continue to rehab, get stronger. We'll see you next season. But also if you're talking about building up a morale boost, he can give you that extra push in the playoffs for them to go a little bit harder. And obviously we see how they feel about him. Jalen Duren wearing the jersey and all that, so they like him. But if you're on your way to the championship team, everybody can't go. Ask Adrian Danley, everybody can't go. Ask Rick Mahorn, everybody can't go. So, it's really interesting to see the synopsis of what Trajan Langdon believed with some of these guys. Really, this was just, a scouting year for him to see how they play together with a coach that views something a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing about it. See how they play together. So, quite frankly, it's going to be interesting in my humble opinion. Because you don't want to go out there and get re-injured. Especially if you plan on trading them. Or if you plan on keeping them for the future. Because next year is going to be a lot of expectations. Next year is going to be a ton of expectations. So, ultimately, we pretty much see... I really don't want to be here on this shift. I swear to God. I already got it in my mind made up. I'm going back to my old shift. I really don't want to be here on this shift. Like waking up. I had to wake up at 4 in the morning to be here. And that's not a problem because I'm up in the morning at the gym. But it's just to the point where Just because two motherfuckers beefing, that ain't why I gotta get dragged into it. But I already know my answer. Send me back to the ghetto I go. Hope the Cucamonga Cracker Killers play well, because back to the ghetto you go. I was just watching that this morning. Good time. That shit was funny as hell. Y'all real ones know the movie, though. Real ones know the movie. But yeah, man, I mean, it's a difficult one. Because, you know, if you plan on trading them, you know, you showcase him in the playoffs that he healthy and see what he can do. Obviously, you're not going to throw him in the starting lineup, you know. But if you want a morale boost, you throw him out there too, you know. But also, if you want to keep him or if you want to trade him, you don't want him to re-injure himself neither. So where is his confidence at? Where is his rhythm at? And like I said, in the playoffs, you tend to shorten your rotations. You tend to shorten your rotations. So when you think about that, and you tend to shorten your rotations in the playoffs, you already got your answer. You know, maybe he might get in there and play a quarter. Maybe he might get in there and play a little bit. But for real, but honestly, I don't really see I don't really see major him coming in and making a major impact in the playoffs. You know, so, but you know, ultimately, you know, like Tupac say, who can you trust? Only time will reveal. Even time will reveal whether Jaden Ivey is ready or not. If I get this damn coat on, getting up this early is cold in a motherfucker. I could still be in my bed. That's why I say 6 to 2:30 is an overrated ass shift. But I know a lot of y'all don't believe in taking y'all ass to bed early enough too. That's why y'all be looking old as hell. Y'all go home, smoke and drink and shit. Y'all be looking old in a motherfucker. Man, get your sleep. That's where your body repair. It heals itself. Especially y'all who lift weights. That's where your muscles grow at. I'm trying to get this jacket on the right. There we go. All that. So a lot of people don't even believe in that. So, you know, it is what it is. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Check out the Pistons.